with a magnet on it. Nothing much for mechanics. When you're taking apart a chuck, the old one-way, there's a two Allen screws per jaw, 4 jaws. We now got 8 screws. And there's one of them on my floor someplace. I don't know where it is. But you drop them here and they stay. They just fold in and stay there. You don't spill them on the ground or anything. The other, just a handy gizmo to head around. This has been around for ages. It's
Can you speak up a little bit?
no, this is a 2-inch compression. 2-inch compression fitting for PVC pipe. It is a unit's about like this when you buy them. I don't know what they're going for now. But I took this. I seen an article, and I think it was the New Zealand Woodturners site. And what they're doing is taking this. There's a supposed to be a rubber gasket that fits in there, and you loosen the nut off, shove the pipe in. This is a 2-inch coupling. Shove the 2-inch pipe in either side, tighten it down. The gasket closes onto it. You've got a watertight seal. Your sewer line's back together again. But if you throw the gasket away, trim the face off because there's just too much plastic in here. Just stick them to lathe, and put a good hardwood base into it. And make it so it's repeatable. Like when you're doing your chuck, you got a chuck, you got 4 jaws. Number your jaws. Like on the one-way, I don't know. There's another one. Is it Nova that's got that little groove in it for jaw expansion limitation? Whatever it is.
Yeah.
In any case, that one is pretty well dedicated. You got a pin on the jaw. It goes into the body of the chuck. That was dedicated. Put the other 3 so they fit well, and then number them. When you put your chuck back together again with those jaws, the number 2, number 1, whatever they are, they're in the same position. That's repeatable. When you turn, like this is a piece of hardwood and it's shoved into a piece of plastic pipe. Turn it from hard wood, no spruce, something hard. You can see the indentations in there. Well, you pass it around a bit. You can see the indentations. The jaw teeth will go in. That's the same jaw that made it. So that's all repeatable. You put it in the chuck, you turn it a little bit, and you can feel it just settle right in. And it runs true. Made it 5 years ago, it still runs dead true. Wood's dry, everything's dry. So it is all repeatable. I threw an indexing pin in there so it butts up against the side of the jaw. And when you make it, number what put a number for the jaw set and what you made the stupid thing for, because all these wooden things start to look the same after a while on the bench. I put in I don't know if I can get that out of there right now or not. The block extends inside with a hole so you can mount a center. I was making these for Christmas tree ornaments. They look like a plumb bob. So there's no way, you can hollow it, you can do what you want with it, and now you're stuck with it with a hole in it, it's empty and no way to mount it, and a lump of wood in the front. So put it in there, put it in the center, whatever center you want, and if it's not shallow enough for the smaller ornament, put a few more layers in. So what? You get a lathe, you can turn that stuff. The rings, I made them out of plastic. I've found that this is not the best. Wood would do like a thin plywood, like Baltic birch plywood, or the sides of those orange crates you get at Christmas time. They'll work too, because I'm cheap. Any one of these tossed into there, put your piece in, orient it, hold the tailstock to position it, and just tighten that up, and it snugs in over top of the end of your turning. Well, there's your turning. Finish it. Done. And again, it's repeatable. And there's quite a range of depth on these things. So you have what, about 3/4 of an inch, roughly? And make the holes in these things as whatever is required. It's quite a flexible little system. And it's not that expensive. Like again, this thing is called a 2-inch diameter PVC compression coupling. That was the pipe. They measure that by the inside diameter of the pipe. The outside of this thing is 2.5. You could put a 2.5-inch diameter, whatever you got in there. So you can start, practicing making your Singapore balls or whatever it is, those Chinese balls. This could possibly work quite well as a spherical chunk. I haven't tried it yet, but that's another thing on my list. One more thing on my bucket list. But that's, I'll just throw that in there for now. But when you buy these things, they cut, it's a single unit, you cut them in half, so you got, share one with your buddy. But anyways, here, pass them around. That's my contribution for the night. Anyone wants to play with it. Put this in your watch.